All right, so yesterday I had a crazy day, right? And I want to tread lightly here because I want to share everything, so I got to be subtle, so bear with me. Starts out in the movie theaters. Janessa and I were at the theater watching this fucking movie. I don't remember what it was or anything, but we brought a blanket with us. We were cozy under the blanket watching the movie, so I say to Janessa, hey, how about a handy, right? She's like, oh, I don't know. I said, come on, it's dark. We're under a blanket. Nobody's fucking paying attention. Come on, right? She goes, all right. So she proceeds to stand up in her seat, face me, and then straddle me in the fucking movie theater. I said, Janessa, what the fuck? No, 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 no. I said, now it's obvious. Sit the fuck back down, right? So she sits down and she's to the right of me. And I'm like, why can't you use your hands under the blanket? She goes, well, I'd have to use my left hand. I'm right-handed. I'm like, just give it a shot, right? She's like, all right. So I'm sitting there waiting for action, right? And I feel these fucking toes on me, and I'm like, what the fuck? She's got her fucking toes wrapped around me. I said, Janessa, what the fuck? I said, you're telling me your toes are better than your left hand? I said, no, 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 stop, right? Then the movie fucking ends or whatever, and we ended up, canceling that little experiment. We left, and she went outside, and I went to the lobby, and in the lobby was a security console, and something looked different. There were different security guards than when we walked in, so I'm watching them because I'm inquisitive, right? And I see one of these guys has a briefcase, and he closes it and latches it shut, and he puts the briefcase onto the console, and these two guys leave their posts. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I walk over there, and I'm kind of rooting around, like, trying to figure out what's going on, and I hear a fucking ticking sound. I'm like, holy fucking shit, it's a bomb, right? So I go running out of the console, yelling to everybody, get down, there's a bomb, it's gonna blow. And sure enough, fucking explosion behind me, and it fucking threw me through the fucking air, right? And I remember it was slow motion. I was going towards the exit doors, and I'm like, I remember thinking to myself, wouldn't it be cool if I crashed through the fucking glass of these doors, right? But I didn't. I fucking stopped short, and I slid across the floor, and I barely gently fucking landed at the base of these doors. But I got up, and I dusted myself off, and I went outside, and Janessa's like, what was that? And I'm like, oh, nothing. Let's go get the truck, right? So we're walking, it feels like fucking forever, and we parked the truck in this public storage unit fucking thing for some reason. And we get in there, and Janessa's like, hey, I'm gonna make up for the theater and properly service you, right? I'm like, yes, right? But we get to the truck, and she climbs in the driver's seat. So I get in the passenger seat, and I said, shouldn't I be driving if you're gonna, properly, perform, right? And I hear my son, Damien, go, perform what, Dad? And I turn around, I'm like, what the fuck? How did you get here, right? And he's like, what do you mean? I need a ride home. And I'm like, man, I just cannot get service tonight. So I'm like, all right. So Janessa's driving, and she hits the fucking gas, but she's in reverse. And we go flying through the back of this lot in reverse, right? And it's a gravel road. And I was like, Janessa, what are you doing? She's like, I'm getting out of here. And I said, maybe I should drive. And I heard Damien like, yeah, you should drive, Dad. And Janessa's like, what's wrong with my driving? I'm like, for one, you're going in reverse. Two, you almost hit that fucking piano. And I'm like, wait, Janessa, fucking stop. And she hits the fucking brakes. I said, that's my piano. So I get out of the truck, and there's these two guys with a forklift going over to the piano, and they're trying to load it up on the forklift. I said, guys, stop. What are you doing? They're like, we're taking it to the dumpster. And I'm like, that's my piano. I couldn't get it into the storage unit. But since you've got the forklift, would you mind taking it over there for me? And they're kind of fucking assholes, right? But they're like, yeah, whatever. So they load it up on this forklift, and I'm walking by the forklift as they're moving along, and it's really bumping, it's bouncing, and the back of the piano fucking cracked. And I said, guys, stop. I said, this is an antique upright piano. It has a lot of sentimental value. Please be careful with it, right? And they're like, whatever, fucking bouncing along, and the guy's fucking shifting the forks, and they're moving up and down, the piano's rocking. I'm like, dude, guys, please stop. I said, you're gonna break it. And I remember taking my phone out, and I was recording it. I'm like, I'm gonna sue their asses, right? If anything happens to this thing. Well, this guy fucking released these forks, and the piano went flying down to the ground and fucking shattered into pieces. I was just so distressed over this thing. Oh, caused me to wake up.